classmates, magandang araw. Ako nga po pala si Alma Muhammad. Andito po ako ngayon upang pag-usapan ang tungkol sa Agrarian Reform. So ano nga ba ang Agrarian Reform? Malaki ng pagbabagong naganap tungkol sa paghahati-hati ng mga lupain ng mga magsasakang walang lupa at ang Agrarian Reform ay isa sa pinakamahalagang talakayan na dapat nating pag-usapan. So, bago po natin ito ipagpatuloy, alamin muna natin yung dalawang salita na dapat natin malaman upang ito ay maintindihan natin. Ang una ay land reform at agrarian reform. So, ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa? Pag sinabi nating land reform, ang ibig sabihin, nais lang natin magkaroon ng redistribution o maipamahagi ang mga lupang nagmumula sa mga landlords o mga nagmamay-ari ng mga lupa sa mga magsasakang siyang nagbungkal, siyang nangalaga at siyang nag-ultimate ng mga lupa ng mga landlords. Ang ibig sabihin lang ng land reform ay nais lang nito maibahagi ang lupa na sinaka ng mga magsasaka na pagmamay-ari ng mga landlords sa kanilang mga tenant. Ang ibig sabihin lang nito ay bibigyan lang sila ng ilang pirasong lupa upang ito ay kanilang mapagmamay-ari. Samantala, sa agrarian reform naman, buo ang nais na mangyari di lang maibahagi kundi maitaas din ang level ng mga magsasaka na nasa laylayan upang magkaroon ng mas magandang buhay.
Before we proceed, the topic discussion for today, let me introduce myself. My name is Lady Bay S. Samaun.
I am Mohaira A. Mustafa,
Reporter of Agrarian Reform Effort under Marcos. The topic discussion for today is all about Agrarian Reform Effort under Marcos. President Marcos declared martial law in 1972, enabling him to essentially wipe out the landlord-dominating Congress. Through his technocrats, he was able to expand executive power to start a fundamental restructuring of government, including its effort in solving the deep structural problem of the countryside. Prudential Decree Number 27 or the Code of Agrarian Reform of the Philippines became the core agrarian reform during Marcos' regime.
Agrarian reform means the distribution of land regardless of crops or fruits produced to farmer and irregular farm workers who are landless, irrespective of tenural agreement, to include the totality of factor and support services designed to left of the economic status of the beneficiaries and all other.
Here's the implementation of agrarian reform in the Philippines. The implementation of agrarian reform proceeded at a very slow pace. This was due to the lack of political will. The distribution of land was also very slow.
Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law of the Philippines. The Republic Act No. 6657, alternatively called the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law, was signed by the President Corazon C. Aquino on the 10th June 1988. The Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law of responsible to the implementation of the CARP. CARP means Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. September 10, 1971, President Ferdinand E. Marcos signed the Code of Agrarian Reform of the Philippines into law, which established the Department of Agrarian Reform, effectively replacing the Land Authority. In 1978, the Department of Agrarian Reform was renamed the Ministry of Agrarian Reform.
History of Agrarian Reform. Agrarian reform is a 100-year history of unfinished reform after the United States took over the country from the Spaniards. Before the Hispanic period, there were no owner cultivators, only communal land owned by the barangay, which consisted of a dato, freemen, serfs, and slaves.